Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Tonight we are here to fight CPS and stop taking our children. I'm your host, Bob Pace. I'm on twice a day. My morning live stream is Fight CPS with Bob Pace, and my evening live stream is Fight CPS and Stop Taking Our Children. Now, you found me on Facebook and you followed the link here to the YouTube video. And I'm broadcasting on the StreamYard. Now, I mentioned CPS. A lot of people know what CPS. For those that don't know, it is what I call the child protection system found in every county and in every state and every country around the world. Now, being found is one thing, but Congress in 1962 passed a bill that told social services to organize a group of social workers to protect our children from neglect and abuse and to do family reunification. Furthermore, they're supposed to give service like in the areas of food, shelter, clothing, transportation, educational, medical, and even help you look for a job or get a job. That's what they're supposed to do. Anyway, this ending today, a lot of them are bad. Not all CPS is bad. Last year was 4.2 million complaints that were made by professionals, mandated reporters. Those are your doctors, the nurses, the teachers, the firemen, the policemen, etc. They're required by law as mandated reporters report neglect or abuse. Of the 4,200,000, 2 million were false. That means they're 50% right of the time. Now, the other group, the lay people, I don't know how many they've reported in there, but they're wrong about 75% of the time. They're only right about 25% of the time. And there's about 1,000 children that go unreported that should have been reported. So it is bad for children out there, but some of the CPS entities have taken upon themselves to rob parents because they're low income or they don't have the money. They're homeless. Being low income or homeless is not necessarily a reason to take away your children. Now, I'm here. I'm not an attorney, but I have 15 years of fighting CPS, and I have my own experience and 5 rules to live by. And that is really important. I'm here to help you all. I'm here to help you all. Now, I'm on in the evening every night at 7 p.m. And then I'm on again weekdays, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And then again on the weekends at 8 a.m. So that's 14 live streams that you can find me on. Now, one of the first things that you can do is you can text me a message. Now, your message should be in the form of a comment or a question and should be about CPS. State your first name, your city or your county, the state, and you're from outside the United States, your country. There's been about 22 countries, with the U.S. is 23 countries. But 22 countries have contacted me here for the last 20 months. I've been doing this for a year and a half. I've talked to over 2,000 people. I've had people from Bangladesh, from India, from Saudi Arabia, from Libya. Then over in Africa, I've had Liberia and Sudan and Republic of Congo and Rwanda and Mozambique and South Africa. Then up to Europe, I've had the United Kingdom, Denmark, and Sweden. Across the pond in North America, I've had Canada, and the United States, all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. Also had Mexico, south of the border. And then in South America, north of Brazil, I've had Grenada on the East Coast. Then across the South Pacific, I've had New Zealand and the land down under Australia. So I have a well-diversified group of people. And these 2,000 plus people say their CPS was awful, was bad, it destroyed them. There are so many cases that come on here, and I do try to help as best as I can. best as I can to do that. Also, your first time that you text a message, please tell me about your case from the beginning to where you're at so I can help you. I'm here to help you. I have so many topics can talk about. We can research your case and help you. We can really help you here. Now, besides texting a message, you may want to be a guest on my show. To be a guest on my live stream, all you have to do is email our show producer at gracevincentwdavis.com. That's with your date and time. I want to be in Bob's Friday night show or Bob's Sunday morning show or Bob's Wednesday night show. You just pick one of the 14 live streams and she'll give you the link and she'll post in your browser. And you'll be connected to a YouTube channel, and the application I use is called StreamYard. It's a user-friendly application, and it can take messages and so forth. So anyway, when you decide to be on a guest, my show producer will tell you what to do and not to do, such as we do not eat on the show. We do not smoke on the show. We do not use profanity, or we do not use the names of children, judges, or social workers. Now, besides texting a message or being a guest, I can take up 9 of you, by the way. You can also call in, and my number is live now. That's 626-698-0990. That means you can call and talk about your case. I'll be more than willing to help you. More than willing to help you there about your case. I know it's been a struggle. It's been hard. It's been a hard struggle. Now, I have a group of riggers that come in, 30 to 50 of you. They are great help. They help one another, and they'll be shortly coming in. I am here to help you. I'm not a lawyer, but I am a dedicated father, loving husband, and I've helped raise 6 children, and I have over 60 yards of experience. Life skills, which is so important. I too was a victim of CPS. There's 5 rules that I came up with that will help you with your CPS case. It's a hard thing to try to navigate the child protection system. It's very complex and you need a special attorney to navigate and fight them. Just like open heart surgery, you need a special doctor to do open heart surgery. Someone who's trained and knows what they're doing. The same thing goes for fighting CPS. They'll destroy you without an attorney. And you say, wait a minute, they gave me an attorney. That is called a court-appointed attorney, a public defender. That isn't worth the letter it stands on because they're too much loaded with other cases, like 30 to 100 cases. They don't have time for you. They won't fight for you. They just want to get the case over. So it's really disadvantage taken. You need a real attorney, the real thing. Now, the other number I have on there is 888-888-6582. That's the law office of Vincent W. Davis. His picture is upper right-hand corner, and he is a licensed professional juvenile law, family law, dependency lawyer who has over 39 years of fighting CPS and have thousands of children being returned. He also was a foster youth himself, so he knows all about the foster system. He's a trial attorney. Furthermore, he does civil lawsuits against CPS. He's won millions of dollars, both in state court and federal court. He's the real deal. Now, in LA County, his retainer approximation is $5,000. He's a $500 an hour attorney. Now, I always tell people they should try to get 3 quotes. Well, I just gave you a quote for Vincent Davis. Also, he will answer yes to 2 of these questions you always need to ask. You need to find 2 other attorneys. And the easy way to do it is do my rule number 4, which is how to browse the internet. You want to use Google, not Google Chrome, not Microsoft Edge, not Godzilla or Gorilla or wherever that other one is, and certainly not Go. The best browser I've found is regular, plain, simple Google. It's been going on for so long, they have it wired. You start out with the city, followed by the state, then you put the letter CPS. Now, if you're from a country, you need to put your country first, then the letter CPS, and you'll be surprised how much will show up for that city and state. But if you want to be specific, and let's say you want to find out about the ICWA law, the 1978 ICWA law that's passed by Congress, it'll tell you that. So you can do that so easily. If you just type in, it's not gonna get the precise. You need the city, the state, and the letter CPS, and then ask your question. It's very, 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 very important there. Anyway, I'm here to help you. I can talk a lot of topics, and I can certainly help you with getting an attorney, how to do your documents, how to fight your case. Now, my live stream is over at 8 o'clock. I have 2 clocks running. I have the running clock, and then I have the time clock. Right now, I think it's off by maybe 5 minutes. So anyway, oh wow, someone's already found the emoji. That's another way you can do in this room. You can send me emojis, and that came from a Lenora Beatrice McDonald. Thank you, Lenora Beatrice McDonald. That was sweet. Now we have several people in the room. I'm open for suggestions. You guys can ask me anything. You can call in. My phone number is live. My phone number is live. Okay. I was just texting a messenger so I get some people to call in. Now, well, I haven't seen my regulars yet, but they should be forthcoming pretty soon. One thing I do like to mention, you all should get legal insurance. I'm not giving a plug for a company, but it's very important to get legal insurance. I wish I did. Anytime you're involved in legal matters, it will cover your insurance expenses. You need to find the right one. You do have to pay a little bit of a premium every month, but it should be affordable. a lot more affordable than it would cost you right now to hire an attorney or get an attorney. But you're tackling an entity that is very corrupt. They're not on your side. They'll make you promise things, make you sign things. They never keep their promises. They're just trying to bait you in. Don't trust them. Early on, you can buffalo them and tell them you have an attorney, and your attorney will meet with you and stuff. So you can do that. You can persuade them to back off. Also, do not answer your door. Do not let them in your home. You should never answer the door. Too many people are being killed. Jeez. Two groups of politicians in Minnesota, a quiet state, were shot by a fake policeman. And it was just, you just never answer the door. I don't care who's out there. You don't answer the door. You don't talk to policemen. You don't talk to social workers. Social workers will trick you and bring the police to intimidate you. They're not supposed to enforce CPS laws. They're only supposed to protect the worker. But sometimes they go another step forward, which is wrong, which is really wrong. Now, I know it's Tuesday night and you're doing whatever you're doing. Like some of you've already had dinner, some are preparing dinner or have just finished dinner. But I'm here to help you. But I need your help to tell me what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to explore. I hate to sit here and be talking all the time. I can talk about my case. I too was a victim of CPS. For 15 years, I've been fighting them. That's awful. That's awful. Well, I know that this is a crazy world we live in, and a lot of things are happening. But as I was saying, don't open the door. I don't know how many times people have been killed innocently. And now we have two couples. One couple is dead, and the other couple is hanging in there. But it's wrong. Yes, you never know who's at your door. Hmm. Well, tonight I hope we have some people that come here to talk because I'm getting tired of talking myself. Well, thank you for the emoji there. That is Lenora Beatrice McDonald. Thank you. This live stream is only good as how you make it. So the more you ask me questions or to look up topics or things like that, I can help you. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. My number's up. The other number I have there, 888-888-6582, is my law office of Vincent Davis. There you can reach him. You can talk to him. I have ways you can talk to him for free. If you call in on the phone or you're a guest, you get a free 15-minute Zoom conference with him about your case. You can't go wrong there. He's the kind of attorney you need. Also, when you call in, make sure you tell reception that Bob Pace sent you. And then you can also tell Vincent Davis when you talk to him. Now, there are some websites that really be beneficial to help you. One is the Stand Store. Now, I have a special guide that's come out called the Grandparents Guide, a step by step to how to get your grandchildren adopted. It's available at the stand.store. It's up on my screen right now. And it's $9.99. But if you use the discount code of my last name, PACE, PACE, with the number 50, you get it off. You get it for half price. It's worth its weight in gold. I mean, a half price, less than $5 to know how to step by step to get your grandchildren adopted or to get custody of them. Also, at the site, you'll find other guidebooks and you'll also find other packages, law packages, deals. Like I think there's a package where you get 5 hours for $1,900. If its rates 500 an hour, so 2 4, yeah, you make out a pretty good deal on that one. Now another website is his home website, which is Vincent W. Davis. Vincent W. Davis. That'll tell you about his law firm and what attorneys he has and how else he can help you. Also, you'll find Vincent on a live stream just like myself. You just have to call into the office. Now, another website I have is Doge. Now, that's the Department of Government Efficiency. That's where your buck stops if you can't get your case settled at the county level, at the state level, even the federal government. So you can go directly now to Doge, which is the Department of Government Efficiency. The website is doge.gov, and their phone numbers are 202-456 quadruple 1 or 202-456-1414. And their email is doge@mail.house.gov. Now, I have called into Doge. The numbers do work. They may require you to send in your email if you're asking them questions. It's the White House. And right now they're investigating social service. I know that because last Friday I was talking to them, and a lady came on and said that she was from Doge and that she was listening to how the caseworker treated me. So it's definitely nice to know that they're being investigated because a lot of them are really corrupt. At least mine was. And I think there were over 2,000 people they were too. Now I'm looking for anybody that texts me a comment or a question, or if there's something they want me to talk about, I gladly talk about it. I gladly talk about it. Hmm. Now I'll put my number back on so that maybe someone will call in. Okay, my number's up. So far, it's been really quiet tonight. Oh, hello, Betty Joe. I haven't heard from you in days. Betty Joe is a mother, a grandmother, and she's also a foster care mother. And she's from Montana, and she's trying to get to see her niece, her brother's child, and she's been fighting against a very bad set of circumstances. Her brother, and his girl that had the child, they all left Montana. They go live in Nebraska, and they're living in a tree house, and whatever it is, they were doing drugs, and CPS took away the child. The problem is they didn't put the child in with the mother; they put him with a stranger. Anyway, Betty Joe is trying to get access to her niece. So it's good to see you again. I've only got two comments, Betty Joe. Yours has said good evening. And then your second one, are you not getting comments? That's the only two I got so far. I got no other comments except the rooms that have cashed in. I have the room, the reality series has come in, and then the SteamYard. But those are the only comments I'm getting, Betty Joe. Are there other comments you see that are up there? I only see two, and they're both from you, Betty Joe. Hopefully they'll come in. Hopefully they'll come in. Oh boy. Here they come. Now we have Laura McCormick. So you're taking advantage of people that are suffering from losing their children and lining your pockets. How am I taking advantage? I think you must be mistaken, Laura McCormick. I have no idea where you're from. I'm not making any money. People are not paying me to speak here. I do this of my own free will. I've been doing it now for 20 months, for a year and a half, Laura. What do you think that I'm making money off people suffering? I do just the opposite. Now, Betty Joe says in Nebraska, relatives have a higher priority for placement than non relatives. Foster families, when a child is removed from their parental care. But your family, Betty Joe, you're not a foster, even though you're a foster mother, you're a family because your blood relative is your brother. But this doesn't automatically mean that they have more authority over parental rights. That is true. Who is charging people for the story? That is ludicrous. I've never heard such a thing, Laura. I have no idea where you're from, what state you're from, or what country, or what are you saying there? No one. You ask Betty Joe if I ever charged her anything to tell her story. You can ask Margaret King. You can ask Cassandra from Otsego, New York, or you can ask Mommy Bear or Dorothy Cook from North Carolina. There are so many people that come here on their own free will, and they're not being charged for the story. I've never heard of it. Who is doing the charging? If you're quick to say that someone is, tell me who it is, because this show does not charge for a story. I encourage people to share, but it's not because I want to be paid or anything. So I have no idea what you're talking about, Laura. Do you have a CPS case? Do you have a child protection system case? Have you been on my show before? Laura, have you been on my show? I thank you for coming in, but it'd be nice if you talk about CPS. So I have no idea what you're saying, Laura McCormick. Oh, the thing is, it says support or channel. It doesn't say you have to pay, Laura McCormick. It says support or channel. Support or channel. Every month I have to pay for the SteamYard subscription and the YouTube subscription. It costs money. And Vincent Davis, not a guest on my show. You can be a guest on my show for free. Um, I suggest you contact Mr. Davis and take that up with him. His number is 888-888-6582. Tell him that Bob Pace sent you and that you don't like the idea of being charged thing there. No one has to pay a dime here. That's only if you want to support CPS and help us. That doesn't say you have to pay. That's just an ad at the bottom of my page here that if you want to support the show, you can. You can. But you can talk to me for free. I know you've spent all your money, but the mistakes that you made by spending the money is number one, you need to get a real attorney. Number two, you cannot let people in your house. You don't talk to social workers. You don't talk to police. Those are mistakes that people are making. You have to document everything. That's a negative attitude, Laura McCormick. Bob never charges nothing. He's just trying to help everybody. There you go. Betty Joe's been on here a long time, Laura McCormick. Are you afraid to tell me where you're from, Laura McCormick? Do you have a CPS case I can help you out with? I had a couple a week ago from Santa Clarita. They were charged for medical trafficking. CPS was saying the parents weren't taking care of their child who need their appendix taken out. What happened was the parents contacted me on a Tuesday. We talked about their case. And what was happening is that they went to their pediatrician, and their pediatrician couldn't figure out what's wrong with their child. The child was complaining about pain on the left side. Well, the first hospital they went to thought it was appendicitis. All they did is do sonogram on the pain area. They did not do x-rays. But the parents wanted to go to a second hospital to get a second opinion. So they went to a second hospital. That's where a social worker came in, heard what the parents were trying to do, immediately charged the parents with neglect and ordered the child's appendix to be removed. Guess what? It wasn't her appendix, because after the appendix was removed, the child still complained about pain. So they came back to hospital a third time. This time they did x-rays and they found gallstones from the gallbladder on the left side. Now I'm doing this an hour of my time on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I talked to them again. They had court on Wednesday. I told them to ask the judge for a continuance 60 to 90 days. The judge only gave 1 day. That was Thursday. But I helped those people get that attorney. They walked in with an attorney on Friday, and the judge's mouth barely fell open because he was shocked. Again, I spent time with that family. So there is a proven case I do help. You can ask anybody in here who's a regular in here. Thank you, Laura Missouri. Yeah, she kept her daughter, the girl from Santa Clarita, Felicia, and her husband Petro, who are Hispanic background, get to keep their daughter, and they got that new attorney who's going to fight their case and get it back. And it's all because of me. You can call them up. They'll call them up. I have their number, and they will tell you. There are other people that have come in this room that told me they've helped. There's Margaret King from Kern County, California. They got a criminal charge removed by Mr. Davis. Um, there's Felicia from Oxnard, California, in Ventura County, that's trying to hang on to her home. Her mom has been kidnapped. She doesn't know where her mom is, who 2 babies been taken. Her brother's been against her, but I've been working with her. So there's lots of people. You can ask Betty Joe how I've helped support her and try to get her niece. They use my oldest to work the bit. Whose business, Laura? Are you talking about CPS? I don't know where Mr. Davis would ever use children to work their business. Now, Laura, you seem to have a chip on your shoulder. No one said you're a drug addict. You're the one that brought it up. They shouldn't refuse it. It's your constitutional right to have a court appointed attorney, but they're not the best. They're not going to win your case. They're not trained in juvenile law, dependency law, or family law. Okay, but that's not Mr. Davis, and that's not Bob Pace. I wasn't involved with you in 2022. And you're really angry. And it shouldn't be that way, Laura, because I want to help you. I want to help you. And you're welcome to call in on my show, Laura McCormick from Missouri. Now, I have about, you know, 10 minutes left of my show time. It's over at 8 o'clock. So there's still a chance to call in. Yes, that's who your anger should be taken out against CPS. That's where you should take it. Um, Here, I'll call you so you don't have to call me. Okay, I'm calling right now Laura McCormick in Missouri. Good,
Hello?
yeah, good evening. Is this Laura McCormick? Yes, hi. You put your number up and it sounds like you have a lot of anger. What's going on?
Well, it's not really the situation that severely abused. This was not a sex trafficking in the kids. But in the CPS part, I would have rather stayed with the people that were abusing me from the get-go. CPS was way worse. In the beginning, when they first took our kids, um, I did freak out because my experience in CPS care was definitely not a good one. Then whenever they were allowed me to choose where my girls went, I calmed down quite a bit because I wasn't afraid that the same thing was going to happen. They have told my current husband that his opinion don't matter and he don't have any say because he's just a stepdad. My girls' biological father abandoned him for 11 years for methamphetamine and has just been now 1 year sober. And I wouldn't advocate for him if he wouldn't actually try him, but they're not even giving my ex-husband a chance to even visit with the girls. Before this, we weren't away from our kids for more than 3 days, and now as of June 1st of 2024, they took our kids illegally. My youngest daughter has autism and a heart murmur, and they do not enforce her to take the medication to help her. She's a violent autistic, so when she gets confused, she's really mad. I've reported the medical neglect. I've reported the CPS worker that would come in during our visits and ask me if I really had a fire poker shoved inside of me in a sex trafficking ring during the visits with my kids.
That is
been going on.
That's a gruesome thing, and what you experienced as a child, it will repeat again. Anybody that's involved as a youth in foster care, CPS will be after you when you're an adult. It stays with you unless you purge your youth records. A lot of people don't know that when they turn 18 that they're supposed to get their business with CPS purged, because as a youth you don't want that carrying in your adult life. And there's a mother, Faye Manley in Richmond, Kentucky, with the same thing you did. She was actually tortured. She was told to stand on rocks, sharp rocks, barefooted for hours. She was sex trafficking many times over at the age of 16. She was brought up in the foster care all her life. And she's now trying to recover, and she's trying to get her son. She lost her daughter, but she's trying to get her son to be guardianship because special needs children need guardianship. And you have a special needs child. CPS is looking at your case for money. That's all they think about is money, money, money. Now, what you need to do is to focus and somehow get out of your predicament. I know it sounds awful, 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 but you can do it. You just cannot give up. Yeah, I understand. I've been on here twice a day for 20 months. I'm not going to disappear. I'm on here tomorrow morning at 10. I'm on tomorrow night at 7. I am here for you. All you have to do is lean on me and ask you how I can help you. Now, I just put up on my screen something that's new. It's called Doge. You should contact Doge by emailing them to doge@mail.house.gov. It is investigating CPS and how corrupt they are, and they need to hear from you. It's a workable agency. I've checked their numbers. They do talk. And what I'm trying to tell you is that if you're at your wits' end and your senator or your congressman have done nothing, your mayor or your governor's done nothing, then you need to go to Doge. You need to go to Doge. I know. I know you can email Trump. He's on Truth Central. You can also you can text him there. But I'm trying to say, have you tried Doge yet? I've had people on my show said that they have called Doge, they've sent emails, they got a response back. They're investigating. They're trying to get the government waste and the corruption that goes on in government. So I'm putting that up on the screen. There it is. There's the website. I'll tell you all about them. There is two phone numbers. They're at the White House, and they are working phone numbers. And then there's their email at doge@mail.house.gov. Now, that's not the solution. It's going to take time. This is your first time tonight you've talked to me. This is the first time. Look at Betty Joe. She's been on my show every night, every morning for months and months and months. She's talked to my show. I have a whole list of people that call me Uncle Bob. I'm not sitting here scamming or trying to take money from people. I'm not asking anybody for a dime. I'm struggling myself. I'm struggling to put food on my table. I had a horrible case. I lost everything. I lost one of my children. I lost my forever home. I lost my job. I lost my integrity, but I'm going to climb out of it. I climb out of it by helping other people, help other people. And this parent got their child, did not get taken away. There's ways you can fight them. There's ways you can fight them. True, true. Understand. I do believe in, yeah. Yes, it is hard, but if people come in here, I think why Felicia comes in here, or her name is Cruella, her YouTube name is. She comes in here and she needs the support, so that's why she's in here. And a lot of people come in this room. You can ask Betty Joe, who's in Montana, who will speak on my behalf in here. She comes in here of her own free will. And so I don't want you to think that this show is all about how to make money off people. It's certainly not to take money. It's not said for anybody. I don't expect people to pay that kind of money to that show. That's strictly just there to help support the steam yard. There's money that costs in that steam yard. It's not for free. Yes, right. I lost my job. I can no longer get my job because they say I'm involved in CPS. That leaves a bad name on your record. I know that feeling. I've been struggling. Yep, I've been struggling. I've been struggling. I lost my home. Yeah, well, I was homeless for a bit, but now my family lives in a apartment that is overcrowded. But I'm not saying life is perfect. I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but all I know is I talk for 1 hour twice a day. And I do try to help out people by rationing things out, by looking up things. If somebody asks me, like, go ahead. Well, they brainwashed my daughter into divorcing her parents at age 12, and then she changed her name at the insistence of the social worker. Yeah, I understand. Mm-hmm. I know they did, and I'm sorry. I really am. Well, one thing is to talk it out, to come to the show. I'm on here on a regular basis at 10 o'clock in the morning on the weekdays, 8 o'clock on the weekends, and then at 7 o'clock at night every night of the week. And you come in here enough times, maybe we can work through your case. I'll look up things for you. I'll find out what to do in Missouri. I'll look up the CPS in Missouri. I know how hard it is to lose your children. I feel for you. Yes, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. How old are your kids? How old are your kids? Okay, so you have a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. Wow. You have more than two children? Oh, yeah, that's hard to fight cancer, that's for sure.
My my husband is gonna help me contact those people.
Yeah, the Doge is something you really should look into. You can email them, they will help you. I mean, the phone number, you can talk to them, they'll talk to you. It's a real government thing that Donald Trump started. So if you're getting nowhere locally, then you need to go to Doge.
Thank you. Don't you think but thank you.
No, I mean, I'm on here. I'm on here tomorrow morning at 10, and I'll be here to help you again. All of you, you know. It's 8 o'clock. I do have to wrap up the show, but I know you, yeah, I know how hard it is. But please come back again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, or tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And we can talk about further. The more you talk, the more you establish a game plan, the better off you'll be. It's not hopeless. Okay? There are 3 hour difference. There's a 3 hours difference. No, it'd be the other way. The other way. You're ahead of me. 10 to 11, 11 to 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock your time. 1 o'clock your time tomorrow morning. Okay. I look forward to seeing you, Laura McCormick. Thank you for sharing your story. God bless you. Okay, that was Laura McCormick, really troubled. And my prayers go out to her. She's from Missouri and she'd been fighting her loss to her children. She was once a foster care himself, and they seem to haunt her. I want to thank Betty Joe for coming in here, and thank you for your kind words, Betty Joe from Montana. I have a new person here called Nubes Smith. Oh boy. Check in. It's Tony the Tiger. Just headed to bed. I'm glad you checked in for me. Another name, Tony the Tiger, checks in before going to bed. That is Cassandra from New York, Ostenago, New York. Thank you for checking in. And let me see who else do we have here tonight. Betty Joe. Okay, that's it. Now there'll be a brief message from my attorney, Vincent W. Davis. I will play the um, a video that you'll see at the end of my live stream. Good night. I'll see you all at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning Pacific Standard Time or 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless y'all and keep fighting for your child. Bob Pace signing off.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last one.